Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. If you don't know who I am, my name is Shook. I make videos for NBA. I also do a bunch of other content in my Discord. All these videos get posted right here on this subreddit. Right here, you can find it. It's called DF Sports. I make updates with all the news that comes out. There was definitely some news today that you had to keep an eye on. You can talk strategy here, ask me questions. I'll always respond to you, stuff like that. And if you ever need to get a hold of me privately, you can do so on Twitter at Tory Langley1992. So, no lineup review tonight. The only reason no lineup review and I'm getting this video out early is because I'm doing another Twitter space that'll be up probably in an hour or so. So, no lineup review because I don't sweat my lineups. And I'm on Bink Watch in the $100 single entry. Um, I'm pretty sure I'm going to win the $100 single entry, and I really just don't want to look. So that's why I'm not showing you it. But the core that I had for today was Anthony Edwards, smash. Gabe Vincent, smash. Tyus Jones, he was fine. And then, who else did I have his core play? Gabe Vincent, let me look at the. Gabe Vincent, Anthony Edwards, Tyus Jones, and Bobby Portis, who absolutely smashed. And then I played Brooke Lopez, Drew Holiday, Joe Ingles, and Karl Anthony Towns. So my biggest take today was I thought Joe Ingles was a phenomenal value play. Everyone in the Discord played Joe Ingles, and my Discord link will be down below where I have in-depth content going over the slate. I give you guys a core of 4 to play and stuff like that. Joe Ingles absolutely nuked the slate. I was extremely high on Joe Ingles. He was only 3% owned. He went for like 35 fantasy points at almost min price. It's just going to absolutely carry me. So I'm on Bink Watch. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Yeah, let's get into the slate. Philly at Brooklyn. So the Nets continued to double Joel Embiid. I think there is some value on this slate, so if you wanted to go to Joel Embiid, I think you can. The Nets also went small, so you're just going to see huge rebound. Like, I would not be shocked if Joel Embiid went for 20 rebounds again. Even though he doesn't like put up huge rebounding games, I would not be shocked if he did that again if they go small again. So I do like Joel Embiid at the top. It's up to you on if you think the value is good enough to get you there. I think there is some good enough value to get you there, but I do really like Embiid. Even if they double him, I think he's fine. James Harden is definitely easier to get to given the price. These two are just going to play huge minutes. His floor is very safe, has triple-double upside, so I think he's okay. Tobias Harris has been amazing in the playoffs, and I think he's a pretty solid play at 5.9K. I think right now, with how he's playing and with how they're running their offense, like they're running their offense some through him, and he plays rotations without Joel Embiid. So I think Tobias Harris is pretty solid play at that price tag. Tyrese Maxey, definitely an outlier game, but if we're going to continue to get 40 minutes from him, I think he's fine. I definitely do prefer Tobias Harris for cheaper. DeAnthony Melton, I think we get around 20 minutes, a reasonable value. Can stuff the stat sheet, do a little bit of everything. I think he's okay. And then PJ Tucker will get like 25-ish minutes, another like fine value, but I will not be playing PJ Tucker. On to Brooklyn. So you saw Bridges, Dinwiddie, both Cam Johnson, all play over 40 minutes here. I'm fine going right back to these guys. I really like Bridges. I really like Dinwiddie. I think Cam Johnson is a very good play if we're going to continue to get these minutes and they go small. So Bridges, Dinwiddie, Cam Johnson, I really like all three. Claxton is at a very intriguing price tag. My only issue here is he did only play 21 minutes last game. They went kind of small. If I knew Claxton was going to play 30 minutes again at this price tag, I would play him. I would 100% play him at this price tag. I don't know if he does. That's the only tricky thing. So, if Claxton's going to be unowned tomorrow, I think he's a phenomenal tournament play. If he's going to get ownership, then I think it makes for a good fade. So, up to you on what you want to do there with Claxton. Now, Royce O'Neal, I think, looks like one of the better value plays on the slate. Played 36 minutes again. I don't think we'll get 36 minutes again, but I think we'll get at least around 30 from him. He's not going to continue to shoot poorly. He can stuff the stat sheet. He's going to have the ball in his hand some. I think he looks like one of the better value plays on the slate, so I do like Royce quite a bit. Dorian Finney-Smith is fine. Also playing the 5 a bit when they went smaller. Day'Ron Sharpe was basically a DMP, so I think he's another just like okay to solid value if you think they do that same rotation. You saw some Seth Curry, Joe Harris, but I don't think it's enough for me to go there. And then Day'Ron Sharpe is obviously a DNP, so wouldn't go there. Sacramento. So, this game clearly is the best paced game on the slate. Now, no Draymond Green. I know Kevon Looney's been doing a great job on Domantas Sabonis, but Draymond Green's also been hassling Sabonis as well. So I think the matchup got a bit better here for Domantas Sabonis, and I think he's going to be pretty low owned tomorrow. So I really like him for tournaments. I think it's a great bounce back spot here, especially with Draymond Green out on the other side. De'Aaron Fox has been phenomenal. I mean, if you want to keep riding this hot streak, even at 9-1, I think it's okay. But once again, like, would I rather play Fox or would I rather play Booker for cheaper? I think I'd rather play Booker. Would I rather play Sabonis or would I rather play KD for a little bit more? I think I'd rather play KD. I think I'd rather play Kawhi over Sabonis. So it's like, give or take, what are you going to do here? I think the field is going to do that too. So they're definitely good tournament plays. Malik Monk. So if he's going to continue to get around 30 minutes, then he is still too cheap, and I like him a lot. Would I be shocked if he gets benched, if he plays bad? Absolutely not. I would not be shocked. So I'm torn here. I think he's a pretty good play if he gets these minutes, but I think there is a chance where he struggles from the field and he does get benched, and I think he'll be pretty popular tomorrow. So definitely going to struggle there with that one. I think Herter's solid here once again. I think we get around 30 minutes regardless from him. And when he's hitting his shots, he just has a tremendous ceiling. So I like Herter once again here, and I like Harrison Barnes. I don't know why the price came down here. I think Harrison Barnes is locked into pretty big minutes here. And at 5-1, it's just too cheap. I'm pretty confident he's going to play around 35 minutes. Good rebounder. Has a tremendous ceiling also when he's hitting his shots. So I like Harrison Barnes a lot for value. Trey Lyles out of play, Alex Len out of play at those prices. Davion Mitchell closed last game, and the reason for that is they wanted to lighten the load on De'Aaron Fox, and they wanted Davion on Steph. Now, I don't know if they do that again, but it helped out Fox a lot, so he's not running around everywhere. He's not as gassed. So I think Davion's firmly in play. Like, if I knew Davion was going to play close to 30 minutes again tomorrow, I would play him. I would 100% play him. I don't know if they close with him again, but I think they might, just because it helped the load on Fox. Fox looked a lot better, so definitely interested in Davion Mitchell tomorrow. I'm not going to be going to anyone else. Golden State. So everyone's going to play outside Draymond Green. I think Steph's a phenomenal tournament play. I just think he's going to play huge minutes here. They can't lose this game. They're at home finally. I think he absolutely just pops off here. So I like Steph as a low tournament option. These mid-range guys just look great to me. I think Clay, Wiggins are going to play all the minutes they can handle. I absolutely love both. Jordan Poole is just a tournament-only play for me, and with no Draymond Green, I think you're going to get over 30 minutes here for Kevon Looney. I think he's another very solid play at 5-5, and then you're going to see Gary Payton in the rotation played 27 minutes last game. Another situation where I don't know if he'll play 27 minutes again, but I think he'll get over 20, and if he does play 27 minutes, he's a really good value. So I like GP too. Jonathan Kuminga, we're going to have to monitor starting lineup. They can go Kuminga, they can go Dante. If Kuminga doesn't start, I'm very, very worried. One of my friends is a Warriors fan, and we were talking about the rotation, and Steve Kerr definitely has a short leash with Kuminga in these spots, so I'd be a little bit worried or a little bit concerned there with Jonathan Kuminga. Now, minutes-wise for him, what I think happens, I think he gets around like 15 to 20, which makes him playable. Maybe if he gets extended, could get more. I have no idea. I really don't. I don't know what Steve Kerr is going to do with this rotation if he doesn't start. I think the leash is very short there, so I think he's playable. If he's low owned, I'd definitely take some shots. I would assume, like, if he doesn't start. If he starts, then I really like him. If Dante starts, I think Dante's a solid value. I think we would get low 20s minutes from him. He's another guy that can stuff the stat sheet, do a little bit of everything. Would definitely feel better about his minutes. So if Dante starts, I like him for value. If Kuminga comes off the bench, just a tournament play for me. If Kuminga starts, I like him for value. And then Dante would only be a tournament play for me. And then that's going to be it for the Warriors. Let's move on to Phoenix. So I'm just super high on this team once again. You saw 44 minutes for Kevin Durant. I know he had a bad game, but I'm fine going right back. I just think he's going to explode here eventually. He had a 0% usage rate in the third quarter and a 3% usage rate in the fourth, and still went for 63 here. I didn't look at his usage rate in this game, but the minutes are just absurd. So I'm still absolutely in love with Kevin Durant. I mean, Booker played 45 minutes. I absolutely love Devin Booker too. Chris Paul played 40 minutes. I think he's a very, very good play as well. DeAndre Ayton got into foul trouble last game when I needed him the most, but was on pace for big minutes as well. I like him quite a bit. Torrey Craig, I think they're going to play him a bunch. I think he's another solid value. Definitely been running hot here with the shooting, but once again, another solid value. And then they're going to run such a tight rotation, it's basically impossible for me to go to anyone else on the Suns. So, Clippers. I mean, Kawhi is just the most efficient player I think I've ever watched play basketball. He's just absolutely so efficient. It's great to watch. Um, he's the clear number one. He's gonna play huge minutes. Probably play the entire second half. Um, yeah, I really, really like Kawhi. I think he stands out. Like, if I had to rank the spend ups, Kevin, it's tough, man. I think Katie and Kawhi are 1 and 2 for me, and then Booker close third. And you could throw Embiid in there, and then the Sacramento guys. But I think those three are my top three right now. I just really, really like those three. So, like Kawhi a lot. Russell Westbrook, I mean, he's going to play big, big minutes as well. Going to stuff the stat sheet. Super aggressive, high energy. A guy that you just really like playing. I like him again here. I don't think he's going to be as low owned as he was. Zubac still played 29 minutes, but they did go small at times, so I'm a little bit worried here. I mean, if he plays 29 minutes again, he's solid. I do prefer Kevon Looney, though. And then Norm Powell, I don't know why the price came down here. I think this game was a complete outlier where he only played 23 minutes. Um, I think we're going to get similar minutes here from Norm Powell, and if that's the case, he is just way too cheap, and I think he stands out as one of the best value plays on the slate. Him and Royce O'Neal, I think, are the two best value plays on the slate. Eric Gordon at 4.6, I think he's probably going to play around 30 minutes, a fine value, but now that Norm Powell is close in price, I'd much, much rather play Norman Powell. And then Terrence Mann, I think it's okay, playable, but once again, I think I'd rather just get up to Powell and Gordon, guys like that. I can't play Batum, I just can't do it. So I hope this video helped you guys out, and I will let you guys know how the $100 single entry goes, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.